Hello everyone, my name is Arti and you're watching HW News. It's July 18th today and the election for the presidential poll in India is underway. Several MPs and MLAs are casting their vote in the presidential poll in the parliament as well as in different state assemblies across the country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has cast his vote as well as ex-Prime Minister of India, Dr. Manmohan Singh, has also cast his vote for the presidential poll. Now, as I said, different MPs and MLAs are also casting their votes in their respective parliament as well as different state assemblies. Now, there are in total 4,800 MPs and MLAs across the countries who are voting in this presidential poll. Along with that, they are voting to elect the 15th President of India, and this counting of votes will take place on 21st of July, whereas the new President, 15th President of India, will take oath on 25th of July. Now, this polling is going on till 5 o'clock this evening, and after that the polling will be stopped. So today morning at around 10 o'clock the voting started and it will go on till 5 o'clock, and after that the secret ballot through which they are casting their vote will be counted on 21st of July, whereas the new president will take oath on 25th of July. Now, we all know who are these two candidates in fray for the presidential poll, but in this video today, let me explain to you how exactly the President of India is elected, what is this process of electing President of India, and we will discuss this in this explainer today. Let us first talk about the candidates in the fray for the presidential poll. NDA's candidate for the presidential poll is Draupadi Murmu, and opposition's candidate, joint opposition's candidate, is Yashwant Sinha. Now, Draupadi Murmu is a tribal leader from Odisha. She has been associated with the Bharatiya Janata Party throughout her political career before being nominated as the NDA's presidential poll candidate. She was the governor of Jharkhand and she completed her 5 years term as a governor of Jharkhand. Now, in the organization of BJP also, throughout her political career, she has helmed several key posts in the BJP organization. On the other hand, we have Yashwant Sinha, who is the joint opposition candidate for the presidential polls. Yashwant Sinha was a minister. He's a senior leader. He was minister in the first NDA government that was led by Atal Bihari Vajpayee, then Prime Minister late Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. Now, in this particular cabinet, he had a role of finance minister. He was a finance minister then, but slowly and steadily during the Modi era, he grew critical of the BJP. Eventually, he left BJP and then he formed his own sort of forum called Rashtra Manch. Last year, ahead of West Bengal Assembly election, he joined Mamata Banerjee's TMC, but ahead of the presidential election, he left TMC also and he became the candidate of the joint opposition for the presidential polls. Now, let's talk about who among these two candidates have maximum support from political parties. Since the presidential poll was announced, since both of these filed their nominations, these two candidates are touring different states in the country and seeking support from different political parties. Now, if we look at exactly who is supporting whom, already many of the parties have declared, have announced who they are going to support in the presidential poll. So, if we consider that declaration, that announcement, then Draupadi Murmu hopes to gain 60% of votes on her side, because as many as 44 political parties in India have expressed support to Draupadi Murmu's candidature for the post of president, whereas on the other hand, Yashwant Sinha is getting support from as many as 34 parties across India, including the joint opposition. Let us understand who are these parties. Let us talk about who are these parties. I am not going to name each and every party because there are 44 and 34 names of these political parties. So I am just going to show you a slide that we have prepared on the names and numbers of the parties who are supporting each of the candidate. I will also read out few names for your information. Parties supporting Draupadi Murmu: Bharatiya Janata Party, Janata Dal United, AIADMK, बीजू जनता दल, बहुजन समाज पार्टी, YSRCP, अपना दल सोनेलाल, राष्ट्रीय लोक जनशक्ति पार्टी that is RLJP, असम गण परिषद, पटाली मक्कल कच्ची that is PMK, नागा पीपल्स फ्रंट, नेशनल पीपल्स पार्टी, जननायक जनता पार्टी, यूनाइटेड पीपल्स पार्टी लिबरल, Mizo National Front, and several other such parties. Total 44 of them have declared their support to Draupadi Murmu as presidential candidate. You can see the names of these parties on your screen right now. On the other hand, Indian National Congress, All India Trinamool Congress, Nationalist Congress Party, DMK, CPIM, CPI, TRS, Samajwadi Party, RJD, RLD, CPI-ML, Kerala Congress Money, IUML, and several such parties have declared their support to Yashwant Sinha. There are 34 such parties who have declared their support to the opposition candidate Yashwant Sinha. Well, now let's talk about how exactly is the President of India elected. As I said, the process of electing a President of India is little more complex, and it is unlike the general or Rajya Sabha elections. Here, as I said, unlike Prime Minister who is elected from among Lok Sabha MPs, who are in turn are elected from among people, the President of India is elected from among Electoral College. Now, this Electoral College comprises of members of the Parliament from both the houses, Lok Sabha as well as Rajya Sabha, but the nominated members of Rajya Sabha cannot vote in this election. They cannot vote to elect the President of India. Apart from that, the MLAs, the members of legislative assemblies, different state legislative assemblies can vote in this election, but MLCs, who are again the nominated members, MLCs cannot vote in this particular election. Now, this is about electors, but the process gets little more complicated, little more complex from here on. Not every member who votes in this particular election has the same value to his vote. MPs have a different but fixed value to their vote, whereas MLAs have different value to their vote, which varies from state to state. So let us understand this formula that decides how much a vote value is allocated to MP, how much vote value is allocated to an MLA. The formula to calculate the value of vote for MPs is different to that of MLAs. Formula for MPs: total value of votes of all MLAs from all the states divided by total numbers of elected members of the Parliament. The value of an MP's one vote is roughly around 700. Now let us look at formula for MLAs. Total population of the state divided by total number of elected members of the state legislative assembly into 1 divided by 100. That means the vote value of an MLA depends upon the state's population. As the population varies from state to state, the vote value of MLA also varies. Now, according to the recent calculations, an MLA in Uttar Pradesh has vote value of 208, that is the highest, whereas in Jharkhand and Tamil Nadu, it is 176. In Maharashtra, it is 175. In Sikkim, the value of vote of per MLA is 7, while it is 9 in Nagaland and 8 in Mizoram. The total value of votes is 10,86,431, of which votes of MLAs are 5,43,231 and MPs are 5,43,200. A candidate needs more than 50% of the votes of the Electoral College to win this election. Well, although India is a parliamentary democracy, President of the country too wields certain overriding powers. The President of the country has certain executive as well as legislative powers. For a bill to become a law, President's assent is necessary. So there are certain powers that are being assigned to the President of the country. That is why this election is all the more important for all the political parties in the country. Now, as I said, Murmu has already secured a lead over Yashwant Sinha. She expects to have 60% of votes in her favor. So, and this voting will go on till 5 p.m. today, and on 21st of July, when the counting will happen, we will get to know who becomes next President of India. Well, do let us know what you think about this in the comment box below. How did you like this explainer? Tell us in the comment box, and do like our page on Facebook. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel, like this video and comment below it. If you're watching this on Facebook, then please do like our page and share this video to as many people as possible. As I request every time after my video, I am requesting you once again, if you find the content that we bring to you informative, if you find the content that we bring to you helpful in any manner, then please do consider supporting us. How can you support us? Go to our website www.hwnews.in/subscribe us. There we have listed different subscription plans that are available not only for our readers but also for our viewers. You can choose whatever plan that suits your budget and pay us. Because when you pay, you help independent media like us not only to survive but also to thrive. Thank you so much.